Thanks for taking the time to join me on my channel, Nigel's View on Things. How you doing? How you keeping? Hope everybody's safe and sound where you are. The lies have been told. The waters have been muddied. What many perceive to be the truth is a lie, and what many perceive to be a lie is the truth. What makes me right and you wrong, and what makes you right and me wrong? It's called discussion. It's called free speech. Hey, that's what makes the world go round. But unless we look at the facts and prove it otherwise, neither of us are right or wrong. This is what we got to understand. This is the most important thing. So what I would like to do is present you with some ideas, some facts, some science, logical thinking, critical thinking, and let's go forwards. Let's open this box and see where we go. First of all, what we've got to remember, if you're going to hide something, you're going to hide it in plain sight. Then what you're going to do is put ideas out there and cause confusion. Make people argue between themselves, because that's exactly what's going on. Did we go to space? Does space exist? Is Earth flat? Is there a dome? There are many questions out there. Many people believe in many different things. Who's right? Who's wrong? Let's really think about this very, very carefully. Could our beliefs be influenced, be changed by what we see, by what we hear, by other people? Could we be brainwashed into thinking what we're looking at, what we're seeing is right?
That was a clip from the Holographic universe, and if you want to watch that, I'll leave the links to that in the description box down below. Nice and simple for everybody to find. The introduction to this video really goes a long way in explaining what I'm going to be talking about in this video. There's for me two types of thinkers. There's a 2D thinker and a 3D thinker. We can all be 2D thinkers and we can all get dragged in and not really look at the bigger picture. Let me give you an example, and this really applies to each and every one of us, man, woman and child, especially a child when you look at what's going on in or on TikTok, the world of madness. So for me, this is the way it pans out. You'll have a conversation with a work colleague, you'll see a TV program, or you'll watch a video. Now that's going to tweak your interest. Over a period of time you've been watching it, there's two things that are going to happen. You're going to say, that's absolute rubbish, that's woo-woo, I'm going to throw that away in a bin. Or it is going to drag you in and you're going to study more and more. It's at this point, all logical thinking, all critical thinking goes out the window, because that narrative that's been shown to you, that's been spoken to you, is right for you. And you can't be told in any way, shape or form that that is not right. You'll argue with everybody about it. So you've just listened to what I've had to say and you think, well, that couldn't be possible. Let me give you an example that's been happening for a long, long time. Around the world there has been many different cult societies. They tell their story, they drag their prey in, they take what they want. At this point, those people that have been dragged in will give money. They will do anything they're told. Because of the stories they've been given, the narrative they've been following, that great big lie is so believable, they have actually given their lives to these cult societies, and this is still happening all over the world as we speak. So this is how a lie can transform people, brainwash people, and make them think that they're thinking what they're seeing, what their reality is real. It's not. We all have this trait, unfortunately. But there's also another flip side. There's a 3D thinker. Let me explain. For me, a 3D thinker, what they do, they look at something and they use critical thinking. They strip it apart, pull it apart and see where it goes. They also use logic in their ideas, how it all transforms. It doesn't actually mean what they're looking at, what they're saying is the truth. It's their own opinion. Many people around the world have their own opinion. That's what makes the world go round. Another thing that a 3D thinker will do is go searching for the truth. If you go onto Google and type in your question, you'll get an answer, but that answer has been twisted by those in power. If you go to Wikipedia and try and do the same thing. That's been edited by so many different people. If you try and put in your own belief, you'll soon get, well, banned. So if the system is fixed against us finding out the truth, what do we use? We use critical thinking and logical thinking. Life is one great big puzzle. If we're logical and put those puzzle pieces together, and we can see a natural progression backwards, and we can see where that's actually come from, and we can use that on forward thinking. So really that's all well and good, but I think there's still a piece of the puzzle that's missing. What we need to do is look at things in a different context, in a different way, in a different manner. I've got a very important question for you, and it goes something like this. If you've got a mirror in your hand, you drop it on the floor, what actually happens? It breaks into 1,000 pieces. But if we look at this, like I said, different manner, different way, different context. I've got a mirror in my hand, it drops on the floor, it breaks into 1,000 pieces. No, it doesn't actually break into 1,000 pieces. It multiplies into 1,000 pieces. I suppose what I'm trying to say, or trying to get at really, is even 3D thinkers can be blinkered in our approach to many different things. If we actually approach that question in a different way, different manner, different context, then maybe we'll get the answers we're looking for, or actually find what we're watching, what we're listening to, what we're reading is absolute rubbish. One last thing, because we're 6.5 minutes into the video, and if you've actually made it this far, very appreciated. Don't be that 2D thinker that doesn't question anything at all. They believe the mainstream media, the narrative that's being spoken, and what they're reading. You could see many of those around the world. Mask up. You will do as you're told. The governments speak, and they do. Many of us have got friends like that. You try to have a conversation, and they look at you gone out, like you're talking gibberish. Go away, I don't want to talk about things. It's untrue. Believe half of what you see and a quarter of what you hear. That's my advice to you. Not everything is the truth. Not everything is a lie. I know it's a different type of video, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Much love, much peace, and I'll catch you next time. Don't forget that little troll boy. Yeah, you little 2D thinker, trolling my channel. Yeah, you can't do it anymore, can you?